Bienvenidos a la Campedia. Vamos a continuar con Bomba y Flame, que justo habíamos conseguido de aliado al tío este, al mago de hielo, que la verdad es que molaba bastante. No lo he probado nunca aún en lucha, pero cuando me enfrenté yo a él sí que la lió bastante. No tengo ni idea por qué camino será más fácil, pero bueno, y allí ya se empiezan a ver cosas raras. Vale, a ver. Hay un pesado de los de siempre, dos grandes y uno con escudo. A ver si pudiera matar a este. Al primero la arma de fuego. Y hay que matar al de la espada rara. ¡Ostras! Vale, no. Pues no se le podía matar. Ostras. Vale, está haciéndole como maldiciones o algo de eso. Sí, mira, está haciendo el stun que hacía la que yo tenía antes. Vale, eso sí mola. No está mal el tío. No cura, pero sí que ayuda bastante. Y yo creo que ahora mismo como que no me hace tanta falta tíos que curen. Mira que estuve probando a la otra que curaba y todo eso, pero no me ayudaba tanto como la de los stun. Fuera. Me faltan los dos gorditos estos. Vale, lo ha controlado. Hostia, es como mola. Y además también hace lo de hielo, sí, es bastante bueno, la verdad. Y por lo que se ve aguanta lo suyo. Vamos, este no me lo cambio yo. Hasta que no me enfrente a otro que también haga cosas así. Porque se está comiendo todas las explosiones. Porque es normal, la IA no es muy lista. Vale. Aquí se supone que era donde estaban los tíos encerrados. Que teníamos que ir a liberarlos.
A tomb where the dead may not rest in peace. Cruel, yet inventive.
You know all about that. We'll be lucky if we find any survivors.
Vale. Vale, no puedo ir en sigilo, es lo que me da cuenta. Aquí hay mucha gente y te ven por todos lados. Y yo creo que va a haber muchos objetos ocultos. Así que voy a rebuscar bastante ahora. Joder, lo que aguanta. Ven para acá, pesado. Oye, si está apuntando para adelante, ¿cómo me está dando? Hay que tener cuidado porque por lo que veo hay gente escondida por todos los lados. Vamos a entrar aquí primero. ¿Y nada? Mierda. No me fío, tío. Hay cosas muy raras que nunca había visto aquí ya. Otra arma. Que es esta. Es una hacha, pero no nos mola. Yo quiero cosas con daño ahí. Por si alguna vez la cojo, que no creo. Vale, muy bien. Vale, hay que tener cuidado con los dos arqueros. Que no me la líen. Es lo peor que hay en este juego, tío. La leche los arqueros. Porque quitan una barbaridad y son los más difíciles de esquivarlos. Se ve que con el compañero este las cosas son más fáciles. Lo mismo cuando salga un jefe que no lo pueda él tumbar ni nada. sí que me va a costar. Vale, ya estamos con los fantasmas. Estos eran bastante complicados antes, ahora ya no sé cómo son. Vale, parecen medianamente fácil ahora. Hay un cofre. No me fío de nada, tío. Hay cosas tan raras por aquí. Ahí está. Vale, bien. El problema es que cuando acaba la lucha no me curo al no tener al healer. Pero si puedo craftear algún que otro... alguna que otra poción sí que vendría bien. Porque ahora voy a usar bastante. Ahí está. Ahora que no tengo healer voy a usar pero bastante. Y tenía puestas las que no eran. Así que... vamos a ponernos las de... esto no es. Esto no está. Vamos a ponernos ya las de curación. No sé por dónde tengo que ir, pero a base de rebuscar, pues me estoy encontrando alguna que otra cosa interesante. A ver los guantes. Y no son mejores. Bueno, por dentro. Tío, pero quítate. Vamos. ¿En serio? He pasado por encima de él. Vaya tira. Por aquí no hay nadie. Aquí hay algo para coger. Saldrá otro fantasma seguro. Ah, no. Ostras, esto es lo de las piedras élficas. Joder. Es verdad que tenía que coger un buen puñón. Vale, ni nada. Por aquí ni nadie aún. Vale, se escuchan cosas. Vale, están aquí detrás. Son dos de los pesados, joder. Sé que no lo voy a matar, pero por lo menos algún golpe complicado ahí fuerte se lo lleva. Uno menos. Y este por lo menos lo ha conseguido aguantar, que algo es algo. Que estos son complicados. También es mejor que le pegue a él que me pegue a mí. Porque él se cura al final entero y yo no. Vale, bien. Vamos a ir siempre en sigilo, que es mejor. Otro de las almas. Ahí hay un gordo de estos. Otra alma. Me ha visto. Vale. No me importa que me vea. La verdad es que son... eso ya no me gusta tanto. Si hay algún arquero ahí arriba sí que estaría complicado. Contra. Sí, tengo un arquero de atrás. Menos mal que son bastante débiles, pero es que quitan un huevo, tío. Y encima la explosión del otro creo que me ha envenenado. A ver, ostras. Un momento, por favor. Que me estoy quitando mucha vida. Ven para acá, no huya ahora. Hombre. Antes me ha parecido ver que se estaba curando a él solo, porque a mí no me echa ninguna cura. Y lo mismo es que en algunos momentos también cura él. Si cura ya sería lo mejor que hay, vamos. Aunque no creo que cure. Un poco raro que lo tenga de todo él. Vale, otras boticas. También son mejores. Todo lo que dan aquí de merodeador se ve que es mejor que lo que tenía. Vale, otro de estos. Se escuchan muchas cosas, tío, pero no sabe ahora si es por abajo o por dónde es. Vale, lucero del alba. Esto será otra arma de esta. Nada. Y a ver, tío. Creo que es por abajo donde yo tenía que ir, ¿o no? ¿O es por aquí? No tengo ni idea por dónde es. Vale, sí, aquí. Había camino por abajo, así que... me toca ir aquí. No sé si las puertas... Vale, sí se abren. Pero aquí detrás hay una fiesta grande. Ya. Eso ya lo había visto yo por la ventana antes. Ven aquí, arquero. Vale, ahí está el tío encerrado. Esperemos que no nos maten al compañero, que si no, como salga aquí más cosas, la vamos a estar complicado. Mierda. Mira, se está curando. En serio. Él solo sí que se cura. Además se ve que en esta zona hay algunos enemigos que están bastante más abajo de nivel. Porque los matas bastante rápido. A ver aquí. Aquí están los tíos estos que buscábamos. Vale, mierda. Primero los malos. Que contra menos gente haya, mejor siempre. Ay, Dios. Mola mucho, tío, porque casi todas las magias que él hace tumban a los enemigos. Y eso siempre viene bien. ¿Otra vez?
Shh, keep it down. There's still patrols around. We're looking for the other members of the Freeborn Blades. That mean anything to you?
The what? What's that?
The Freeborn Blades, a mercenary company.
Huh. Yeah, I heard of them. I think they're in the southern part of the city. That's where the king was last seen. Maybe you can find him.
You think the king is there too?
I can't be certain he's still there. Maybe he's been captured. We can only hope that he's still alive.
Vale. Vale, ya me dice que salga de aquí, así que no me voy a quedar aquí. No sirve para ya hablar más con ellos. Y ahora es para allá. Toda esta zona ya la he limpiado, así que no debería salir nada raro por aquí. Vale, está puesta aquí. Vamos en sigilo, que por aquí sí que no he ido todavía. A Civil. Ay, Dios, tengo que traer aquí a la otra. Pues si me acuerdo, sí que lo haré. Si veo que me cuesta demasiado la zona y necesito experiencia o cualquier cosilla para avanzar, sí que haré la misión. Ah, muy bien. Otra de hielo. Quita, hombre, no me fío de ti. ¿Y mi compañero qué es? Vale, ahí viene. Compañero, hazle algo, tírala o lo que sea. Vale, ella también hace la misma magia que el otro. Menos mal que tiene poca vida y se empana bastante, que si no, no. Ay, Dios, chaval. Eso no me ha gustado. Que como lo vuelva a hacer, sí que me revienta. Lo bueno es que es bastante lenta. Bueno, fuera. Este no va a ser... no va a ser como un jefe. Este va a empezar a salir como un tío normal, seguramente. Como los gordos estos que salen, que explotan. Que salieron al principio un poco así. Y ahora ya salen normalmente. Va a pasar algo de esa forma.
Prince Arundel? What are you doing here, my lord?
I followed you, Vulcan. I must save our king, with or without your aid.
Ese da muy mala espina, este tío.
What is this thing?
I don't know, but it doesn't look right.
Joder, chaval.
Son, my boy, can it be you?
Oh, fuck.
By all the gods. Father, it cannot be.
Do not look upon me. I am so sorry. Do not stay here. Take the crown and leave this place.
Oh, Father.
Y Dios, qué cosa más
What
rara.
have they done to you?
I surrendered. Lord Blackfrost told me that he was slain. That Marshal Winter's army had left no survivors at Bastion. I had not the strength to even raise my sword. And so he changed us, remade us, the other nobles and I, and all those who had taken refuge in the palace. He wanted me to witness our end, so that I would live without defeat and news of your death for eternity. But you are alive. You live. Your mother and I are so relieved to know you live.
Mother? But how can I release you from this curse?
My son, if you only knew how sorry we are. You cannot save us. We are condemned to this abomination.
Joder. Pues como lo tenga que matar eso, verás tú al
Must
final.
slay us. The others, the Queen, the Count, all of these people. I feel their suffering. Hear their screams within me. Put an end to it, I beg you. Free us that our souls may be with you.
Sire, I can take care of this if you want me to.
For pity, my boy. Whatever you decide. Take the crown.
Ahora, pues no. De verdad que he visto más raro, tío. Parecía una salamanquesa o algo de eso.
Power lying here in this twisted corpse than in a dozen juggernauts. I will not stand by and watch those blood-sucking necromancers steal it from me once more.
Sire, please step aside.
Joder.
But what are you doing?
I'm taking back the power that was stolen from the World Heart.
How dare you? That is my father, the King of Caralthas. I have to perform the funeral rite to free his soul. Have you no respect?
Respect for him that joineth with the Deadwalkers? Ha! I think not.
We have to get back to the camp before the Deadwalkers come for us.
Acaba de transformar más en un demonio el
It's
tío.
bound to have gotten their attention.
I will come soon. I must first perform a ritual to free my father's soul from this unholy carcass so that it may stay with me.
I'll wait outside.
Ya lleva hasta cuernos, tío. A ver, ¿más alguna magia nueva? Nada, vale. Y aunque lleva armadura, el tío está cambiando y cada vez lleva menos, pero bueno. Aquí tengo 2 puntos ya. Creo que me hace falta un punto y ya puedo irme al de arriba. Esto. Vale, sí, ¿y esto qué haría? Vale, no sé lo que es, pero bueno. Aumenta la velocidad relativa o algo de eso. Algo raro. Bueno. Me lo voy a poner por si acaso y ya después me tiraré a la rama de fuego. A 2 puntos por aquí. No, magia no. Vale, por aquí ni nada. Bueno, que es que molaría algo que me subiera más la vida o algo de eso, pero creo que hay poco más. Pues nada. Joder. Esto, menos para fabricar pociones. Estoy haciendo bastante y sí que me va a hacer falta. Joder, otra arma más. A ver. Aquí no hay nada, no sé por qué me sale iluminado todavía. Carnicero real. Nada, tampoco. Que me quita demasiadas cosas. No se supone que es por aquí ya. Vamos a ir rebuscando por si hubiera algo para coger. Que no me fío. Y en sigilo. Porque esta zona creo que no he estado todavía, ¿no? Entonces era la puerta que no podía abrir, esa que encontramos. Seguramente.
The dead walkers will be scouring the city to find who killed their lich. We gotta get back to the camp fast.
Dost thou feel the power of the world heart flowing through us, since thou didst absorb the lich?
I feel a little stronger, but it's not enough.
Yes, it is far from over. This power comes straight from the necromancers, who sucked it from the world heart. We must starve them.
Sí, que sea de más fuerte, pero no me da nuevas magias ni nada, ¿eh? El tío. Vamos por aquí. Bueno, todavía estamos, ya estamos aquí en el campamento este. Así que aquí no debería pasar nada raro. Además ya puedo ir por todas las zonas y todo. Y no se ven más misiones secundarias marcadas. Parece ser que ahora solo hay que ir a la principal. A ver, ahí hay una misión secundaria que se ve un 2. Pero no sé cuál es. Yo sé que tengo que llevar a la tía. Lo mismo en la misión de llevar a la tía a la biblioteca.
Take it easy. Calm down. He's with me. He's not dangerous.
But it is a dead walker.
Don't get him started on that, please. Yes, he is a kind of zombie, immortal thing. But he's not part of the Dead Walker army.
Fear not, my young friend. I don't eat elves. They play havoc with my digestion. So you're not at any risk from me.
I'd like you to go and talk to the Red Scribes about what you know. You over there, get off your ass and escort our friend here to the Red Scribes.
If that is what you wish. Be seeing you.
Vale. Sai, este quiero... Si lo puedo volver a contratar para que venga conmigo, que creo que está aquí, ¿no? Vamos. Este mola muchísimo.
You seem to have evolved. We may at last be able to have an interesting discussion.
What do you want?
Quite simply an exchange of experiences from one superior entity to another.
I am not certain I know what you mean.
You are using a human body as a host, just as I am, though the condition of mine is somewhat worse. What is your degree of control? Your feeling? What have you tried? Do you still feel the need to satisfy your human's desires?
It's more like coexistence. Vulcan is still most present. I have need of its human experience. Some aspects of this flesh existence are still strange to me. I understand not why we tarry here giving help to this one or that one, when we know that we must go to the World Heart.
You see, humans, when you get down to it, are rather like ants. They have to scurry around all the time to feel alive, to give themselves a sense of purpose, and they live in groups, of course. If one combines these facts, one can see that they actually need to rush about here and there helping one another. Despite the fact, of course, that those they are helping are about as important from an overall perspective as the ants that we spoke of initially.
I'm gonna need your experience, Mathrus. Come with me.
At last, I was starting to get a little bored.
A menos que ahora me mande la tía que la lleve para allá. Prefiero llevarme a este. Y aquí,
Attacked the
aquí.
wrong person. How dare they condemn our king to such a macabre fate? My father. It's time for us to repay the Deadwalkers in kind. I want to see them destroyed, so not a single one of those dead ever dare set foot in our streets again. We're going to launch a massive assault to take back our city. It is time to turn the tide of this war. Vulcan, we will need you and your extraordinary abilities. We have to send a small group to open the city gates. I'm counting on you. I know that you can be stealthy and incredibly effective. A few soldiers will be going with you. This is our best chance. Black Frost doesn't seem to be here anymore, and most of his forces went with him.
Though this prince knows it not, he is of use. The Necromancer's palace will take us to the World Heart. If he wishes to distract our enemy, all the better.
All right. Count me in on this mission. Nothing more. I don't intend to take part in the fighting to retake the city, but your last stand coincides with my objectives. Black Frost should find your army fascinating. He'll send a large part of his troops against you, and he might even show up in person. And as it appears that his realm is one of the paths to the World Heart, that'll clear the path for me.
I would have preferred more assistance, but that'll have to do. This will be a magnificent battle.
If you say so. Mathrus, you should go find the scribes. I'll join you later.
Thou dost make a great error. The only thing that counts is reaching the World Heart. And the Necromancer, or rather his palace, is the key. We should go there now.
The knight would like to talk to his friend about an ancient ritual. For it is said that wisdom and strength often reveal themselves through the mists of time.
A ritual? Considering what happened to me the last time I was at one of those, I should probably listen to you. So what's it about?
Where the knight comes from, the bravest warriors are permitted to take part in a dangerous but powerful rite. They must search for special ingredients to make a potion for themselves that they then drink. Only the very strong survive. But if they live, they gain the experience and skills of many warriors long dead, and thus each of their blows becomes more deadly.
And you did this? This potion?
Yes, the knight accomplished this ritual many years ago, and he carries within him the wisdom of all the great warriors of Alkander. It made him much stronger, and he is sure that if an exceptional warrior was to go through this same ritual, the effects would be many times more powerful.
Uh-huh. So it looks like I'm going off looking for outlandish ingredients again. But hey, if it's for a good cause...
The knight has prepared a list. His friend must now search for all the
Joder, a
ingredients
buscar
written on it.
mierda de ingredientes, en serio. Pues muy bien, y ahora era esta que creo que es para lo de la biblioteca.
I saw you getting friendly with her. You should be more careful. She is not what she pretends to be.
I know she's not playing straight with us. She's got her little secrets, just like everyone else.
You don't understand. It's a lot more serious than little secrets. I found some very worrying information in one of the last books I read. 200 or 300 years ago, there were other groups of sages and magicians, like the Red Scribes. One of these orders was called the White Lords.
So you think that they were the ancestors of the Ice Lords or something? What does that have to do with Edwin?
I'm getting to that. The White Lords lived in the north of Vertio, out in the ice. We know little about them. For a long time it was believed they had disappeared. But in reality, they somehow transformed themselves. And in one of the books that I consulted, I found an engraving of a woman, one of their leaders. It was the portrait of that witch.
It is
Tengo que mirarlo, eso no me fío un
We'll have
pelo.
to check it out.
Since you seem so close to her, try to find out more about her past. How old is she? Where was she born? I don't know. Just something, anything that might give her away.
I will have to be careful so she doesn't get wise to me.
Keep me informed, but believe me, I'm almost sure it is her.
Vale,
See you later.
esto nada, hay que hablar con la tía, pero no me acuerdo dónde estaba. ¿Puede ser por aquí? Esta estaba bastante escondida. La vi una vez, creo. Pero no me acuerdo, no, dónde, tío. Creo que estaba sola en la entrada de abajo, ¿puede ser? Creo que sí. Bueno, sola no, hay un grupo allí de gente que seguramente esté ahí abajo. A ver...
An undead? In our camp? Aren't you afraid it'll communicate with its masters?
¿Eh?
Sir?
It's a calculated risk. Your friend Edwin told me that she can interrogate those creatures, so we captured one.
You really can do some pretty weird things.
Listen, Vulcan. We're not going to turn down any information. If we can find out how to haul our asses out of the fire, I don't see how it can hurt. Ready to make it talk?
If a fire breather doesn't need me right away, I can start getting ready.
Excellent.
Vamos, va.
Let's start the interrogation.
Listen, Maggot Head. You're going to tell us everything you know.
That's not quite how it works, Captain. It can't just answer questions like that. Tell me what you want to know, and I'll dig around in its memory to find the answers.
In that case, why not dig everything out, so we don't miss anything?
Even for someone as skilled as me, that could take weeks. Its brain, however limited, is like an immense archive that contains both recent memories and memories of its past life.
All right. I want to know if that bastard Black Frost really has left the area.
Let me concentrate. Yes. I see him raising the wave and turning the whole city into ice. This soldier must have been at his feet. Then he gave the order to attack, and gave orders to several powerful undead. Apparently he left right after. He appears nowhere else in its memory.
What were the Black Frost's orders?
Vamos a ver.
You have to understand that this creature's ability to comprehend is limited. From what I can see, it was told to keep watch over the city. He asked to be sent living people. Prisoners. The other living people must still be alive and under guard. Other prisoners. And of course, that he be informed in the event of trouble.
Does he know we entered the city?
This dead thing doesn't anyway. But that doesn't mean a thing, unfortunately.
What are those powerful dead?
Cosa más rara, colega.
I see a flying creature, like the one in the swamp.
Ay, Dios.
And others. The image is blurred.
So the army is being commanded.
Ah, la gárgola esa rara, es verdad.
No, I don't think so. They make good spies, but poor leaders. That said, I don't see any real generals.
Nothing that looks like that one that attacked the village.
No, but Black Frost will definitely have left someone in charge. Someone he trusts. This soldier just didn't see who. I think that he... Oh no, he saw me.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Well, well. Probing the spirits of the dead.
Ostras.
You can well imagine that this sort of communication goes both ways. So, that's where my dear rebels are hiding, isn't it?
I must break the link. Right now.
Ah, muy bien. Que la ha armado. La tía la ha armado. Pero bien, vamos.
I need to speak to you.
What can I do for you?
Esto. Aquí creo que es donde está lo de la otra tía.
Questions.
Vamos a preguntarle todo, a ver lo que sale.
The World Heart. What exactly is it?
First, forget all the children's stories about a friendly force for good, or its mythical dimension. The World Heart is very real. It is above all a source of power. It is from there that magic comes, as well as certain energies necessary for the proper functioning of our world. These energies can be captured and used. That is what magicians do. In their own way, each draws his power from the World Heart.
The demon insists we must purify it. That mean anything to you?
It's a good bet it is referring indirectly to the Ice Lords. As you know, those magicians have access to immeasurable power. This power has an origin and a cost. They drew it from the World Heart with a veracity that is truly limitless. Each of the Ice Lords' palaces has a portal linking it to the source. Imagine leeches sucking away endlessly on the energy which feeds them. To purify it, you'd have to rid the World Heart of all those leeches.
So all we have to do is go to this place nobody knows and clean out the all-powerful magical parasites. Sounds like a plan to me.
A ver si hubiera alguna pregunta que no ha dicho la otra tía.
What happened at Caroldas? Have you ever seen that before?
Wait until your enemies have gathered and then take them by surprise using magic. The attack on this city bears the mark of Black Frost. To cast a spell capable of freezing a river, he would have to be here in person. It's possible that he's still in the area.
Pero no me dice nada de lo que necesito saber.
Find him and eliminate him, and the door to your goal will open.
What's the story with this Mathras guy? Who is he?
It's hard to say. He's one of the living dead. Of that I'm completely certain, but he is able to do things no other species of revenant has ever done before. You must understand that necromancy, the magic that allows the dead to be reanimated, is based upon one principle: giving energy to lifeless bodies. Mathras functions differently somehow. It is not his body that has been brought back to life, but rather his mind, which has survived his body.
He says he's 6,000 years old. You believe that?
It is entirely possible. His spirit is in theory immortal. This magic is far different from that which is practiced in Vertial. Instead of drawing energy from the World Heart, he draws energy directly from the body he is possessing.
Could that have anything to do with the Ice Lords or my demon?
Absolutely not.
Joder, tío, no hay ninguna pregunta en serio para lo de la otra.
Take back the town. Any suggestions?
Yes, of course. You'll need to locate a unicorn, a few leprechauns, and perhaps a fairy or two. They are your last
¿Qué
best
cojones?
hope for retaking the town.
So you're saying it's impossible?
You catch on quickly. The might of the entire elven army was swept away in a few minutes. The red scribes and freeborn blades are only a few dozen strong. Be realistic. Your allies are disintegrating. You'd be better off fleeing this place.
And then what? Wait for the war to be lost? Put off dying another month or two until the Deadwalker army finds us?
You could hide yourself and learn how to control your demon. I could help you and speed your progress.
Es que me fío menos de la otra porque a esta da igual lo que le preguntes, nunca suelta nada. Vamos
It's
a ver.
tempting. Yeah, why not? I'm getting a little tired of fighting for lost causes. Just let me get organized. We'll get the hell out of this town.
Al final me veo con aliándome a los otros, a los no muertos, pero bueno.
Step off of the path to the World Heart and I will kill her. I will kill thee as well if necessary.
Vulcan, are you still there? Did it speak to you?
Yeah. Seems like he's not a big fan of our plan to run away.
The need to reach its goal has grown too strong. Very well. Your demon will no doubt gain strength through combat. And this place seems the most appropriate.
I'm afraid you might be right.
Esto. Aquí se puede dar una pregunta para
Once
ver
upon
si
a
suelta
time,
algo.
we were both Ice Lords.
Y era mala la tía.
There's more to it than that.
Since nothing escapes your insightful eye, Black Frost and I were close before I lost my powers.
Close? So things got hot between two Ice Lords?
That is none of your affair.
On the contrary, it just might be proof that you had a heart.
My heart has nothing to do with it. Our relationship was purely political. This alliance could have helped us to get the upper hand over the other Ice Lords.
What screwed it up?
He betrayed me first.
I hate when that happens.
When the other Ice Lords finally noticed our strengthened connection and felt threatened by it, he reacted by sacrificing me to save his own skin. He is the one who suggested to the others that they dispossess me of my powers and leave me to live as a miserable human.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker.
Se supone que sí era mala ella. Vale, aquí ni nada.
Thanks.
Ya está. Creo que no le saca ninguna información para darse a la otra, pero bueno, vamos a dejar el vídeo aquí por hoy. Y en el próximo ya veremos el ataque este a la ciudad, a ver lo que sale por allí. Así que nos vemos mañana.